everybody, and welcome back to Kleinhau. 6. Let's go ahead and get 6 bales of that and 6 bales of these. Man, I tell you, everything just kind of snuck up on me today. Was not ready for this stream to start. I looked at the clock. Gonna have all of this, all the animal stuff fed before stream, but well, that did not quite work out. I did get all the hay collected and all the straw collected. Not hay, but the silage and grass. What I'm trying to say. No, that is silage. Here we go. What? Hey, Iron Claw Tiger, how you doing tonight? Ireland, wow, that is early Monday morning for you. No doubt. Oh, shoot. This is still grass. Didn't even think about that. It's still fermenting. Gotta go on it. Put those back then. Now let's take a look and see. Fermenting. So 26% done. 28%. Pretty much. Well, there's 55 of those bales are fermented. I don't think I can get them out because it's last in, first out. So yeah, we're going to be silage there for a little while. Gotta go over here and water our sheep, and then we can get started on our herbicide. Javier, yeah, figured it out. Hey, Marshall, what's up? And Jan, how you doing tonight? Tonight we're going to be back on the trackball. I didn't notice until after I fired the game up and it was too close to the start of the stream, but the side panel is not doing anything tonight. So I have to restart the computer to see if it picks it back up. Alright, one of these has our sprayer in it. That one indeed. Has our sprayer. Alrighty, so which one of these is our herbicide? Oh, liquid fertilizer tank. Not that one. Oh, liquid fertilizer tank. Yo. I have to say that hide buildings mod is kind of handy. Told us which one was which. So while this is filling, let's take a look at where we are. So all of our crops have come up in first emergence. So we're at our first growth state. We're going to be spraying herbicide on them all today to do a little proactive weed management. We have gotten all the grass off of this part of this field. And again, this is where it kind of sloped off downhill. So we've got that done. Had about 50 some. Well, you saw how many silage bales I had. And we probably had about 12, 20, 14, 28, 30. We had 38 hay bales off of this section up here. How's everybody's Sunday been? Hey, my Sunday's been busy. Haven't gone anywhere, just been around the house, but it's been busy. I've been getting a lot done. Some projects I wanted to do, been thinking about for a little while. And finally got an opportunity to work on some of those. So really excited. I don't think the family's as near excited as I am about them, but hey, that's what happens when you're one of the only technophobes in the house, right? You see something, you think, oh, that's going to be really cool. It's going to be awesome. You work on it, you put it together, you get it working, and everyone else just looks at you like, well, that's nice. But share my excitement, why don't you? Sharing my happiness, right? Yes, we're playing with seasons, Javier. As you pointed out, those silage bales were still grass, so they hadn't fermented yet. All right, let's see. Are we over far enough? I don't think so. Nope, we gotta go over some more. Changing? Is it changing? Bale's turning. You can tell. Yeah, the ground's changing. So, what am I talking about? What did I get done? Well, last week I picked up for what I think is a fairly good price a home 4-bay NAS unit, a network attached storage unit. The reason I picked that up is that I was rocking a file server that I have here at the house that was 10 years old. It was built back around 2000 or 2010 because it was running a little known operating system called Windows Home Server 2011. And it was doing various things around the house, like serving up files back when I had my my own DVR. Built out a DVR solution instead of basically paying for, and this is back when those home DVRs, you know, you could buy them. I forget what the names were, but you basically had to buy a subscription and stuff. So I had built out a home DVR setup and was recording TV shows off of the cable with a network capture card. It would record like shows what it would record at once. It would record 3 or 4 shows at the same time, I think. And basically that was storing all those. And then I had digitized a whole bunch of videos and everything that was being served up from the DVR. This thing on an offset. Why? So when I switched over to fiber internet back in June, we changed cable providers, so I can no longer basically record TV because our new cable provider, which is the same company we're getting our fiber internet from, offers IPTV. So there isn't a coax cable coming into the house. It's all over fiber glass, and basically you just download their app and you stream TV. That's how you watch TV. You stream it all. So no more recording TV. So that went away. And it was full of hard drives. They were getting kind of old. They were kind of small storage capacity. So saw a really good deal on this home NAS box. It was like $150 off. Like buy it in 3 days thing. So picked that up, picked up some drives, set that up over toward the end of the week to replicate that, moved all the files over, and set up a Plex server on the NAS, and was setting the house up with Plex on the different media devices we've got. We've got Rokus, we've got just general PCs all over the place. So it's getting that all set up, and then I was setting up on the various work computers and school computers file syncing that would allow the files to sync back to the NAS for stability and backup, and sync across devices. So you know, if you're working on the laptop one day and the next day you're working on a different computer, basically all of your files sync through all of those other computers. So got that up and running. Of course, various other family related things. The next thing I know, I looked at the clock and it was 7:30. I was like, oh my gosh, gotta get this going. I didn't get finally sitting down here to the computer until 10 till. 10 till stream start. So I didn't have much time to troubleshoot or realize that the side panel wasn't working until after the stream. Well, we kept cable because it was part of the package with the internet, and quite frankly, you really wasn't saving too much without it. But yeah, we really don't watch too much real TV anymore. Today we are spraying herbicide on our fields, and then we'll figure out what else is going on. Let's check out the weather. We got cloudy weather tomorrow and then rain tomorrow evening. So we probably aren't going to be cutting any grass to have it switch over to hay, because probably about the time it switches over to hay, it's going to be raining. Yeah, well, yeah. So what I did so we had this new company come into town. They're building out fiber network, and basically they are offering the same download speed that I was already getting, but they were offering basically 300 megabit down, 300 megabit up. So the same upload speed as download speed, which for consumer grade internet service here in the States, that is pretty much unheard of. Everyone in the States wants to throttle your uploads like it's no tomorrow. So they'll give you a decent download package, assuming that you can actually get that speed. But they'll sell you a gig down, and then they'll make you say, your upload is 10 megs. So it's like, what? So I went with this company, 300 megs down, 300 megs up. And it was cheaper, faster uploads, and being a content creator, I am uploading a fair bit. So, upload speed increases were a very, very attractive thing. And included some cable packages with, or some internet streaming TV with that deal. So I called up Comcast, and I was like, "Hey, what do I need to do to cancel? Because I'm probably going to be canceling here in a couple weeks." And they went through the whole spiel. Well, what can we do to keep you because you're a good customer? I said, well, okay, you can cut your rates in half, and you can give me 300 megabit up, because that's the competing offer. Well, sir, we can't do that. Well, then you can't keep me as a customer. It's that simple. You do what I want, or I leave. Well, we'd really like to keep you. Well, I just told you exactly what it's going to take for me to stay. So you do it, or you don't. Well, we can't do that, sir. All right, well, I'll call you back in 2 weeks once it's installed to turn it on. So we get the new stuff turned on. I call up Comcast. I'm like, I want to disconnect. Oh, why? Well, I got better service for less money. Well, we'd really like to keep you. It's like, well, it's too late now. You had that option 2 weeks ago. At this point, we're done. When I hang up the phone, I expect the service to be turned off. No more billing. So kick them to the curb 6 months ago, and I haven't looked back since. Yeah, my old uploads were 12 meg, so it was kind of interesting the way I encode my videos. A 30-minute video would take about an hour to upload on the old service. So basically take the duration of the video, multiply that by 2, and that's how long it was going to take me to upload. And now, that same video that took an hour to upload takes 5 minutes. So extremely handy. And we're not really going to worry about this grass here. We're just going to go ahead and spray over it. So yeah, if you can get fiber internet, go for it. It is the best thing since sliced bread. And that's their cheap plan. They offer 300 meg plan, a gig plan, or a 2 gig plan. Quite frankly, I didn't need any more. We don't need a gig. Very rarely do we max out 300. At least not for long. But what's cool with that 300 meg upload is now with that Plex server I set up, the wife, she's away for the week. So I sent her a message on how to get it all set up. If she takes the time to do it, she'll be able to watch videos from the house to where she's at, and it'll be just as if she was sitting in the house. Pretty cool. Hey Max, what's up? It's one field down, 6 to go, or 5 to go. So, from what I understand, the Giants should be back in the office tomorrow. Now, I don't expect to see any mods get released tomorrow because I believe that everything has been cleared out of the testing queue. We might see stuff start showing up in the mod hub on Tuesday, but really I don't think anything's going to show up on Monday. But I think there's some pretty exciting things that are in the queue. Looking at the testing thread, it's been sadly just not getting updated for the last, 2 weeks, 3 weeks? It's been about 3 weeks. What mods are you guys looking forward to that is pending testing, or you've heard it's been uploaded and waiting for Giants to get back? There's the what is there? There's that. Is the Oxygen David map? Has that been uploaded? All right, later, Marshall. I suspect there will be an update for precision farming. I don't think there's going to be an update right away. And the reason I don't think there's going to be an update right away is that it came out, the first week, second week of December, and probably within it being, it's been out, it was out for like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks before Giants went on break. So even though we've been playing it for nearly a month now, Giants has only been in the office for a week and a half or so since the release. So I think it's going to be a little while before we see it get updated. And speaking of precision farming and the Alpine farming expansion, if you had not already seen, I put a community post out about 2 weeks ago, basically seeking community feedback on the Alpine farming expansion. What do you like? What do you don't like? What do you think Giants kind of dropped the ball on? As well as precision farming, because I'm going to be basically compiling all of those comments and sending them to Giants tomorrow. Your time to provide that community feedback is starting to run a little short. If you want to do that, then go check that post in the community tab. Feel free to look through all the other comments that have been already provided, and if you kind of agree with any of those, give them a thumbs up. I will be including information about how many people have upvoted a particular comment. Hey, Left Wing Clan, what is up? Welcome to the stream. The way the clock is ticking, by the time we get these fields sprayed, it's going to be tomorrow. Let's see, what can we... Take a look here. Transport, sowing, cultivating, fertilizing, transport, cultivating, fertilizing, plowing. Might do a couple contracts, kind of see what the map looks like. Be interested in do a couple transport contracts. Drive around, check the place out. Now, one thing that I think for the Alpine farming expansion that Giants really dropped the ball on or missed an opportunity on were transport contracts. Now, there aren't any transport contracts on Erlengrot. With the chocolate factory sell point, with the cheese factory sell point, with the fact that there are all those hotels, and the fact that we have a passenger terminal, those are all prime locations that could have transport contracts. You could have a custom transport contract to basically take cases of chocolate up to the big fancy hotel up on the hill, or wheels of cheese to the big fancy hotel up on the hill, and basically transport luggage from all the hotels down to the passenger terminal, or the reverse, from the passenger terminal out to all the various hotels that are on the map. The map name is literally in the title. It is the first word of the title. We are on Kleinhau. So that is one thing that I think Giants kind of dropped the ball on. I think they could have done a better job with, was basically including transport contracts on Erlengrot. I was just describing my weekend. It was a kind of a busy weekend of really not going anywhere, but doing a lot of kind of personal projects at the house. Where are you at? Oh yeah, you're in. Just tell me, Italy? I'm completely blank. What's the temperature? So far, we've had a fairly mild winter. Northeast of the U.S. or northeast of... Okay, yeah. Okay. Down in Virginia, and it's been fairly mild so far. Oh, I don't know if I'd call 32 cold if you're in the Northeast. I mean, it'd be a lot colder up there. So what's our temp right now? It is, oh, it's actually 29 outside at this point. Hey, Jeff, thanks for the super chat there, buddy. That coffee or hot chocolate? Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. Indeedy. Now, if you're on the coast of one of the Great Lakes, then I think you would be a lot colder. But yeah, if you're right on the coast, it does help keep things a little warm. I think we'll get about one tank load across these 3 fields. That'll be interesting. And one tank load maybe across the other 3. Yeah, not so good in hurricane season for sure. That would not be a great time to be on an island. Hearty drink? What would be a hearty drink? Would be what? Coffee? I don't know. Oh, it's kind of red to me. All right, let's see. Can we get up and back? We might run out of herbicide. I know. Well, there was an interesting read, or I should say listen to, because I listen to Audible books a lot. They had an interesting book on caffeine. Basically, the most addicting substance, or the substance that most of humanity is addicted to, being caffeine. And they talked about various forms of caffeine and all this other stuff. Of course, coffee, is pretty popular on that particular list. But it's interesting that some people always go for a cup of coffee after dinner, and as their after dinner drink, which when you then learn about basically the half-life period of the caffeine and everything, it gets you caffeinated, all the way through to where you would normally want to be winding down for the day. Welcome back, Jeff. So I think we're just going to be able to make it. But yeah, it's one of those, caffeine's one of those addicting substances that kind of feeds its own addiction. I guess most addicting substances are like that, probably, but about the time you start to crash, one of the byproducts is you start kind of getting a headache, and well, guess what? Get another dose of caffeine in you, and your headache goes away. So then you start feeling better. Which then only eventually gets you even further down the hole. And basically, caffeine was likened to the trying to remember now what they likened it to. Okay, so they were comparing like the Middle East back when back during kind of the Dark Ages, if you will, was kind of an enlightened time in the Middle East with respect to mathematics and science and everything, and that was also a time frame that caffeinated drinks and caffeine consumption was pretty popular with the area, so brain stimulant. But then kind of the opposite in Europe and England was that pretty much everyone was walking around drunkard when wine and various other alcohol substances were consumed in high regard, basically dulling the brain to the point that innovation, invention, all kind of took a back seat. It's an interesting read, listen to. So if you use Audible, or if you can find it, it's a book on caffeine. I forget what the exact book title was. I listened to it probably about 4 or 5 months ago. All right, $6,600. So 12,000, 13,000 or so dollars on our annual herbicide application. I won't ever hear you play the guitar, so yeah, that's cool. Won't bother me none. There we go. There's where we were mowing and baling the other day. We got our fields of corn and sunflowers. There we go. Oh, what happened down here? Oh, did I run out seed and not even realize it? Something happened down here. Hey, Jason, what's up? It's cultivated, I just never seeded it. Take our boom out on some trees, why don't we? Come on, turn. I have no idea what happened down here. Just completely missed it, I guess. Yeah, Shannon, as the title says, Farm Sim 19. The weeds are not too terrible bad at the moment. But totally weed free over here, but you know, they will come in for sure. So this is what's gonna keep our fields nice and weed free. Nice undulating fields. Glad they're not all flat as a board. Any interesting mods get released in the last week you all know of? Obviously not on the Mod Hub, but elsewhere. If so, do tell, do tell. Do tell if you know of any good mods came out. We are looking for options on our new and noteworthy mod segment that we're going to start doing once we start having new and noteworthy mods. In fact, let's go ahead and kind of run that trailer intro to the new and noteworthy stuff. So that is going to be our trailer on the new and noteworthy mods. They're going to be the kind of cream of the crop mods that get released. There's enough folks that cover every single mod on the Mod Hub. We want to cover just the highlights. So hopefully we'll start seeing that segment come out. It won't be daily, that's for sure. Maybe once a week, a couple times a week, as we have things that kind of get accumulated that I think are really worth highlighting and showing off. We're talking about things that are above and beyond the yet another trailer or yet another weight pack. Or look here, here's another variant of another John Deere tractor. It's got to be something that really stands out. Makes you take notice, makes you think, huh, that would be kind of interesting. Or the mod that shows up in the Mod Hub or wherever, and you say to yourself, I had no idea I needed that until now. And now I can't live without it. Here, I know what happened here. I deliberately did not come through with the cultivator and cultivate this section. Because the field edge is a little skewed from, you know, the cardinal directions. So I just didn't feel like filling that in. It's not new though. It's got to be new. It's got to be new, and I honestly don't cover anything from the PV folks. Definitely won't cover a mod sorter, mod application. from anybody. I have no way of validating that it doesn't do anything. It doesn't have any sort of spyware, malware, or other unintentional wear. Really nice terrain on this map. Not over exaggerated or anything like that. I mean, I just changed mod folders. I just manually rename them. I've got a mod folder for this map. I've got a mod folder for Erlengrot. Pretty much a mod folder for every game save that I play, and then I just change the names. Yeah, that's my general thought process nowadays is one, the mod community is so fractured. You got folks that are putting stuff pretty much everywhere and anywhere, which makes it really difficult to stay up to speed with what's decent, what's out there, and quite frankly, there are a ton of folks that are putting junk on Facebook and passing it off as their own work for unsuspecting folks because of the fact that it's so fractured out there. Only a small percentage of people would ever realize that it came from somewhere else. Meanwhile, tens of thousands of people are going to download it and give them the claim to fame. You could spend hours scouring Facebook looking for things. I just don't have time to do that. Do wish Giants was a little bit more, a little bit easier on their modders, a little more helpful. A lot of people do not submit things to the Giants Mod Hub because they feel it's a pretty big barrier to entry. And sometimes that barrier to entry is, well, pretty difficult to get over with respect to the language barrier or the communication barrier, just getting general feedback from their mod as to what the deal is. So I kind of blame Giants, some of that for the fractured state of farm sim modding. You know, the other thing is, you know, there are thousands of mod sites out there that just download mods from other sites and post them on their site. So that leads to it. Raznik, what's up? Hope your weekend is winding down. Hope it's a little better than it was a couple weeks ago. Break time. Steady is not a good thing. Hopefully it's steady in the not that big of a deal state. Well, we might hear some news about Farm Sim 21 soon, I hope. Kind of figured that possibly Giants was waiting to get through the year, get the holiday break past them, and maybe we'll hear something about the next Farm Sim, whatever number it might be, before too far into the year. They do have FarmCon still scheduled for, what is it, June or July? Apparently at Dutzfar headquarters. But I think any announcement needs to be made before then. Yeah, I have to agree on the 17 grass. I mean, I kind of forgot what the 17 grass looked like until Soft Noska came out. And when that came out from GTX with the old grass, it was like, oh my gosh, how I've missed you. I have to say, though, the grass on Erlengrot isn't all that bad. Grass on Erlengrot is definitely a step forward compared to the standard 19 grass. I mean, here we have, this is the European grass. This is the Felsburn grass. But the Ravenport grass is like, what on earth? The Ravenport grass looks like small corn leaves. Which corn in itself is a grass, mind you. Although with seasons they have it listed as a cereal. I think corn, it technically is a grass. I think sugarcane is technically a grass. Ah, Soft Noska with a bunch of rusty Russian stuff. Russian and Polish stuff. Although those fields are pretty big. I mean, that's going to be a lot of work. Had a little failed germination back here. Check this out. so small I can't. Let's get in here. I don't know if I'll be able to figure out what color that is or not. So let's toggle Bale germination. Toggle withered. Harvested. Too small, I can't see. I don't know what I'm toggling. And it wasn't picking up on the field info. But it was definitely showing the harvested texture for sunflowers. And this field in particular was cultivated from the start. So yeah, bad seed. Bad seed. Hey Sawyer, what's up? Yes, we are on PC. So, interesting enough, these fields are smaller than these fields. Because we used nearly an entire tank of herbicide. Herbie. Oh, I love those movies. Up on the northern fields. And it looks like we're going to use a bit less down here on the southern fields. Or kind of the western fields and eastern fields, I guess, technically. Hey, Donna, what's up? It does change the dynamic, Jeff, but, you know, I have to say that there are far more people that watch console farm sim tubers than PC tubers, if you will. I don't know, maybe it's just the console mentality. But console players seem to be rabid to follow and watch other console players. Whereas PC players sometimes are like cats. They could care less. Either who they watch or what they watch. Or watching someone else play anyway. You know, so if we were to liken console players to an animal, they would be a dog. Console players are like dogs. So, not in a bad way. Well, I don't like dogs, so technically, yeah, in a bad way. But, yeah, a dog will follow you with basically just blind commitment. Can't do no wrong. The dog does bad, so you discipline the dog, but he's right there 10 seconds later as if nothing ever happened, right? Just follow you with blind ambition. PC players are kind of like cats. Gosh, I hope the cat shows up today. I haven't seen him for a week. I'm sure he's fine, but you never know. So yeah. So you know you're something when a cat wants to hang around you? That's my take between dogs and cats, right? There's nothing wrong with consoles. Yeah, I can't do the controller. I forget. My kid's got a Switch, and we were playing. We were playing that game, Raz, Minecraft Dungeons. I got that for him a couple months ago, and we were raiding on Minecraft Dungeons, and it gets busy. I just start pounding buttons. Like, I don't have a clue which button does what. It's like, hit the R key. It's like, which one's that? Let me stare at the controller for a little bit and try to figure out where the R key is. And then when I do find it, I'm like, okay, here's the R key. And then next time we're playing, hit the R key, and it's like, oh, which one's that again? So yeah, we did the top field, or what I call the top fields. And we had maybe 7% fertilizer or herbicide or less. And we got about 10% more herbicide with the lower fields. Now I have to say that I had gotten an Xbox controller a couple years ago when I was traveling, so that I could do some farm sim stuff on a laptop. And whenever I hold the, whenever I was trying to hold the Xbox controller, like my hands would just go numb. I really couldn't hold them for long. But I don't have that same issue with the Switch. Southern Lady, what is up? Sure. You want to do the Truckers MP? Not Truckers MP, but the truck books. There is. You gotta look up one of the videos for the Pony Express Transport series. There should be a link in the description to the truck books company, as well as to the Discord. If you're not already in the Discord, if you are in the Discord, let me know and I will add you to the right role. We've got the information in there as well. Just gonna shut that down and there we go. Herbicides, let's put it over here. Oh, we need to clean up. Hold on. I took clean animals out, trying to see if that would give me my straw back. But it hasn't. I think it's maybe forever gone. I don't know why that... Gosh. It's a straw. Am I that dumb? Sitting here wondering why I didn't take it. Didn't take it, you idiot, because it's straw. Wrong bin. I mean, okay, so for the non-colorblind people, all right, there's probably a massive color differential between these two. Okay, you could probably tell the difference between these two from, you know, the other side of a 4X map. For me, they are extremely close. Like right here, okay, straw is a little darker. A little darker. Oh. Ah, Jeff is a console guy? I didn't even know. Glad you enjoyed that, Jeff. Thanks for the super chat. But yeah, it's, I mean, I'm not going to call out anybody in particular, but I have seen classic PC players that have played for years on PC try to get in the in on the console action by suddenly picking up a console and doing console only streams from time to time. And, well, I don't think it ever really works out for him. Because I think the console loyalist is a console loyalist through and through. That's 4. So let's get one more bale. Now what I should have done, I was thinking about it, was I should have put... Come on. Should have put these new bales in the other stack. Because I had some bales that were further along. If we look at this stack, got 117 bales in it. If we look at the fermenting here, okay, you can see the fermenting time. 56 bales and up. Bale 55 is silage. It must be silage. Now, if I eject all 20, let's do this. Let's do this. Yeah, I've looked into a little bit of what it would take to do content on a Switch. I would need a capture card, and I would need to route the HDMI output through a capture card. But then I could, then I could capture the Then I could capture the kids' gameplay. But he's too young anyway at this point with the new Papa rules. Let's do this. Let's move all the bales that are still fermenting over to this stack so I can get my silage. I mean, I would love to see console players get these bale stacks because of your bale limit. I know you've got that one kind of tunnel bale building that really acts like a auto-load bale trailer. It seems to be a little glitchy. All right, fermenting, so 81. 6. Eject 20 more. Yeah, I've talked to him a couple times about talking to Giants, because I mean, they modified the game obviously for seasons. That was a big deal in 17 and 19 for console. They modified the game for straw harvest. That thing is riddled with scripts. So they modified the consoles to take straw harvest. Now I have to say, when they added seasons, it was stated because it was popular demand. Console players, were really wanting it. It was kind of the dropping the bomb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that should be all of the grass. Kind of dropped the bomb on us in 17. When that happened, but was there a frenzy? Were there a bunch of console folks that were requesting and demanding the straw harvest stuff? I don't know. All right, so now it should all be silage. Ta-da! Silage. Now we have working silage. Get our mixer running. And by the time We get to that other stack, they will be silage. And then we'll need to maybe combine those. So when we do another silage cut, we will put it in an empty stack. So yeah, I mean, straw harvest is broken, right? So yeah, GTX script pack for consoles would be game-breaking, game-changing, revolutionary. I mean, imagine being able to do the water pipes on console. There's nothing keeping you, because now you can place them in game. You can place your pipes, you can place your valves, you can place your milk sail in game. You don't need to use an editor. Oh my gosh! What? The name? All that is holy. It's happening. I've seen it all. I've seen it all now. So they get, you know, they can get, imagine if they could get the milk, auto milk sale, water pipes, storage stacks and buildings, the pallet racks, the roll his production script up so then people could write production mods for things like, yeah, his pig food mixers right here, his TMR mixer right here, the fermenting silo, various other things that are built on those scripts, which could just call the script from the now in-game location. Console folks could get true production and not be this this amalgamation of the animal functions, which in its own regard is an ingenious and very, very intelligent way of doing it. Because if you think about animals, animals are really just production in the game. You have inputs, you have outputs. It's production. But sadly, since seasons really takes over animal production, it breaks seasons pretty substantially. Oh, it's 7 o'clock. Let's turn in for an early evening. There we go. Okay, now we start it all over again. We've reached capacity on our mixer. I have to say I've never really spent 2 hours responding to comments, but yeah. Definitely not in one sitting. Pipes need to work with gravity? What? What do you mean by that? I don't know what you mean by pipes working with gravity. I mean, this, I mean, it's under pressure. Well, I mean, I think before you get what games have gravity as a physics mechanic like that? I mean, what I think you really want before any of that would be the concept of water moisture and possibly irrigation. It's underground. Let's pretend it's being fed by the municipality. It's underground somewhere. I mean, at that point, it sounds like you're talking like a city builder farm sim where you've got to build out the infrastructure before you can make use of the infrastructure. Now, in a properly configured map, you have to hire a plumber to install the pipes. And then it takes a day for the plumber to come out, and then you can see the work being progressed. He sets up a little work area, and you see the pipes get built out over the course of a game day. But not a lot of maps are set up in that regard. There we go. Let's fill that up. Oh, we could fill that one up more. I mean, do we need to, should we have to lay electrical lines? Get the lights to our buildings? The stream, I didn't see a, like, water stream? I didn't see that conversation. I just saw pipes and gravity. But flowing water would be nice. Yeah, water flowing down a river. That would be interesting. Let's see, how are we doing with reproduction? 1. You, not a lot. You have been inseminated at this point. But I would say less than half. Less than half have been. All right, Jeff, check you later. All right, let's see here. We already watered our Piggly Wigglies. So we need to get a little bit of wheat out for our chicky chicks. I forgot our wheat's not in here. Oh my gosh. For whatever reason, it put it over here. Forgot all about that. That should be about enough. Now I gotta figure out what we're gonna be doing next chat, or next stream. Late spring. All our crops are in the ground. Got some more mowing I could do, but it's gonna be a little wet for a little while. We're hearing these guys, and we got the sheep that do not do wool. These are non-wool giving sheep. I think they're supposed to reproduce. Warper. Although they haven't been impregnated at all, so that's not good. Hey, Keegan, what's up? Oh, we're just doing our morning chores here with the animals. Now that that's done, we'll need to figure out what else we need to do for the day. I was thinking about doing a transport contract, but I don't know if I have a trailer to do a transport contract with. All right, let's take a look here at our weather. We got rain overnight, rain tomorrow, Thursday and Friday is good weather. So that's going to be, so this is day 9 of spring. This is summer, summer. So we got decent weather here. If it stays sunny, do some more hay work maybe. Rain and rain and rain. What kind of contracts do we have close by? Fields we have close by. We got all right, so we got 40s and 30s. 60s and 70s. 43. Oh my gosh. 19 acres. $15,000. $43 is down here. Just might do it. Oh, let's do this one. Hey, Chris, what's up? So I think this was our lime spreader. Nope, that's our manure spreader. Oh, it's on the other side. Get rid of our lime and burnt up. See how much money we can earn. Ha 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 ha! We're gonna earn a lot of money. $1,500 to fill this whole thing with fertilizer. That's cheap. Cheap, 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 cheap. Cheap as chickens. It's almost too cheap. Run through the gears, get them up to speed. Get her up to speed, everybody. Be cutting that field over there. Time we do cut. So if y'all haven't seen this map yet, so this map's got lots of little signs around, and here we have the map author. Basically, in 1992, before he moved from the farm, this would basically be kind of the equivalency of where he was standing on the roadside. Okay, and the cows in there. And then here we are, 2016, the same map author, grabbing his junk. Now, same area. Pretty funny stuff. We get this side here fertilized because those poles definitely have collisions on them. Oh my gosh, this is a potato field. I feel sorry for any poor sap that decides to take on that contract. Won't be me, that's rest assured. Alright, we'll get lined up. And yeah, after the stream, I'm going to have to restart the system. See if the side panel comes on. I'm having some issues, and I'm hoping it's not an indicator of a failing motherboard. But when the system comes out of sleep, sometimes the network adapter is disconnected, and it takes disabling it and re-enabling it to get it to pick up the connection again. Or unplugging it and plugging it back in. So I'm figuring that the USB port that it's plugged into just maybe needs to be unplugged and replugged. So see if a restart works, because got the system back in a kind of a hole in a closet. Now the closet doesn't have any doors on it. In fact, the gaming setup that I use is half in the closet. It'll be a pain to get it out if I have to. Will, what's up? Yeah, I know. Usually I don't bother with it. But, well, to say that this particular system puts out some heat would be an understatement. So I was kind of letting it go to sleep. Now that I've moved it upstairs into a smaller room. Because this room has two PCs on most of the time. And 1, 2, 3, 4 monitors that are about 37 inches. 32 inches or larger. And well, it can be noticeably warmer in this room than the rest of the house if the door's shut. Typically when I'm streaming, I'll shut the door. And I've got some sound dampening material on the door and on the closet and on another wall. So when I'm done streaming, I'll come out of the room and I'll be like, oh, it's a good 5-10 degrees cooler outside the room than it is inside. So having it sleep aids in its lack of heat production. Hey, Zimmy Flip, what's up? I don't care what you play, buddy, as long as you're having fun. Nobody has to play the same game I'm playing. In fact, I'm just waiting for a SnowRunner update so I can show off Season 3 to folks. So I'll probably restart it and then turn off sleep. I think it picked it up because I've got settings syncing across this system and the office system. But I usually don't have issues with Windows 10. Yeah, this big spreader, we need something big to pull it. Hey Justin, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Hope you've been around for a while because, well, we're going to be ending the stream here in a little bit. Because it is Sunday night and the wife is gone. So I am responsible for making sure the youngest kid is in bed at a decent hour so he can get up and we can do our schooling tomorrow. No. If anything, what I might do is pick up a 2.5 gig network card, and slap it in there. Because I mentioned at the start of the stream that I spent the end of the last week and most of the weekend working on setting up a home NAS system that I picked up last week, and basically replacing a server that I had running here at the house for about 10 or 11 years with a small NAS unit. And that means basically it's network storage, network drive storage. And it supports 2.5 gig Ethernet. It's got two 2.5 gig Ethernet ports. So, you know, I've been toying with the idea of I've got, you know, the gaming system is a pretty robust gaming system. I've been doing video editing on it for a year now. It's pretty robust for that too. But I've been toying with the idea of basically dumping the raw recorded footage to the NAS when I'm done, and then using my old gaming system to edit the videos and do the encoding. Because basically when I'm gaming, I'm sitting in a racing chair in basically a driving cockpit, if you will. It's not exactly the most ergonomic work environment for video editing. But the wheel between me and the screen and keyboard on my lap. So I've been toying with the idea of basically having an editing system, which is the home office system, and splitting that out. And to do that, I would need to be able to shuffle some pretty big files around and store some pretty big files on a shared network solution. It would also allow me to kind of keep some of those recordings around for a little while. Right now, I'm very much record and dump. Good boy, what is up? Welcome to the stream. Hope 2021 is working out okay for you. First 10 days into 2021. So 2.5 gigs would shuffle the videos to the NAS faster, and I can lag those connections together and effectively get 5 gig in and out of the storage. So I could upload at 2.5 gig and then download at 2.5 gig at the same point on the recording and editing systems. And at that point, I could record straight to the storage, as opposed to recording and then moving it. Well, at least you have the opportunity to drive the boo-boo bus, as you put it. I call it the wambulance myself. doing your part to keep the community safe and going. And having a day job is, I know you're no stranger to that, but having the day job is nothing to take for granted anymore, right? Ah, 4X map. The glories of a 4X map. The fields just go on forever. Alright, let's lock in this course here. We'll go on this line and just make a new one. Yeah, either they're unemployed out of choice or they're unemployed because there's nobody hiring, or nobody hiring in their area of specialty. Although I have to say that I mean, up here, my oldest hadn't had any issue scoring 2 different jobs. Right now she's working 2 jobs, which is great for her. But yeah, sometimes I think it's just maybe folks aren't really looking where they could be looking. But yeah, there's no doubt that there is an overabundance of unemployment, and very, very few industries are looking to hire. Hey, Oliver, what's up? That big strip over there, whatever reason it didn't seed. I think I ran out of something, or I hired a helper and I didn't even realize that they didn't finish the field or something. Now, if you're into forestry, if you haven't seen this map already and you're on PC, it's going to be a great forestry map. Some pretty rough and steep mountain slopes. Everything that is dark, the darkest colors, darkest green there is forest. Everything that is tan is grass. And then obviously your fields. Now, we don't own this field, but the reason the information's coming up on the mini-map is because I did an uncover all to uncover all of the soil types on the fields. That's why that's showing up. I'm going to give one more plug for the community post that I put over on the YouTube channel, seeking feedback on the alpine farming expansion and precision farming. That is going to be closed tomorrow. I'm going to compile all of those comments into one large document and send them off to Giants tomorrow. So if you want to get some feedback and you haven't provided it yet, please go over to that community post in the community tab and give some feedback. What they're looking for is obviously constructive feedback related to what do you think they did right? What do you think that they missed an opportunity on? And what could they have done better for the alpine farming expansion and the precision farming add-on? Now, do note, as I say in the community post, the precision farming add-on this is just the first part of more to come. What is there to come? No one really knows other than Giants what they have in store or planned. But just note that precision farming isn't a final product as we see it. This is just a first part of it. So, you know, if there's things that you think should have been a part of the first part, put that down. There's things you want to make sure they hear that you want to see added in future parts, put that down. I mean, what they're not looking for is you know, it should have been an American map. Well, that's not going to help things. Couldn't exactly have done an American map if they had a bunch of licenses set up to do alpine equipment. You know. So go on over there and fill that out if you hadn't already done so. Like I said, I'm going to be compiling that and sending it off to Giants tomorrow. Tomorrow we will have another video on Erlengrot as we move through our third year on Erlengrot, which will be our final gameplay year on that particular map. And until next time, happy farming.